Anything over here? Nope, 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 nope. Let's see. Any stories I want to say? Any stories? Let's see. Do I have anything interesting to say? I think London's my best stories from London, I guess. In London, I went to a concert, right? So, went to a concert. Nothing bad there. You know, I'll see. You do what you do. Went to a concert. I think after the concert, we went out for a drink. You know, usual typical stuff. And as we're leaving, we saw like the crew walk out, like part of the crew. You know, some guys from the crew of the concert we were at, like part of the members, come out. We take a selfie, blah blah, whatever. You know, usual typical stuff that you would want to do if you see someone from the member of your band you're going to see. Yeah, so that's kind of what you do, right? You would do that. You would do that. So we did do that, and then later on, like we're just kind of chilling around a bit because like, well, what if more come out, right? We're just chilling around, talking, whatever. And this guy comes up to us, and he just like hands someone his like joint of weed. Like he just hands us a joint of weed. He's like, "Oh, hold this real quick while I like change clothes or whatever." And he's just changing because like his disguise is like some old man or like something like that, like some Oasis guy. At like a non-Oasis concert. Like that's just basically what it was. And we were all just like, "Whoa, like what? Well, what is this guy doing? Like, are we being serious right now? What are we doing? Like, it just made no sense. It made no sense. So, nope. So we're just like, okay, we'll hold on to it, I guess. Like, we're not gonna throw it away. And then he says, "Oh, thank you, whatever." We start kind of talking to him just because, like, why not? It seems like a. Well, he did not seem like a nice guy. He seemed a bit loose off his rocker. He did seem a bit loose off his rocker, but like we talked to him for a bit. Turns out he's doing like some charity work or something like that. From what he said, he did some like charity work for like disabled people who couldn't actually go to concerts themselves. Like they're too disabled to actually go. So he helps them go to like kind of like a Make-A-Wish kind of thing, like where he helps people do things they kind of want to do but can't physically do themselves. Is what he described it as. And that's pretty much what he said he did. But then later on, I think he also like he asked us to like hold his like wig and hat, and he just like placed it on my friend's head, like his hat. No, his wig. Sorry, he placed a wig on his friend's hat, his head. Fuck me. Places his wig on my friend's head. So I was like without even saying anything. Like he doesn't say anything. He just like he like takes it off, and he just goes, "Yeah, here you go." And like without saying a thing, he just like does it, and he does the same to me with like a hat. Like he takes his hat off and he puts it directly on me. And I was like, "What the fuck?" I'm just bamboozled like as to what actually happened. That's my reaction. I'm just like, "What? What just happened? What just happened?" And so for a few seconds, I'm like, "Oh, whatever." I'm rolled the vibes, I think I've had like 2 or 3 drinks. I'm like, I'm not tipsy or anything like that. I'm kind of mellow. I'm chilling with the vibes. I'm like, I just keep it on. I take a selfie, blah blah, whatever. And then like, wait a second, this guy might have lice. Yeah, he might have lice. Like I wouldn't put it past him if he had lice. Like it's more like it's not like a him thing. It's just like with anyone. I don't really trust anyone with like their head stuff. I've had a lot of bad experience with lice, so I just don't trust anybody whatsoever. So I merely take it off and just like put it on someone. Like my friend had the wig of the guy, so I put the hat on the wig. So I'm like, yeah, you can take care of this. You just take care of this. I'm not gonna bother with that. I'm not bothering with that. No, I'm good. And then I get off the weed, whatever. I don't take it just because I just don't take it. Just don't take it. But that's pretty much how that went. It was an interesting night for sure. Then after that, I have to take the fucking bus home, which is like 2 hours away from the venue, which is like, my ingenious ass decided to get a hotel 2 hours away from the fucking venue at night. During the day, I think it's like an hour away or something like that. I think it's like an hour away during the day. You take the metro, you're there. But at night, it's like 2 hours away. So that's a lot of fun, right? That's a lot of fun. And you gotta take a London bus. Then my data didn't work just because my data was a piece of shit. Like, I bought my data so it specifically would work on the fucking trip. It would work on the trip. I live in Spain. It said it would work in England. It didn't work. It did not work. So I'm just there like, all right, well, you know, guess what? I guess I'll just fucking starve. I don't know. Like, I kind of have to figure out how to get back to my hotel without Google Maps helping me out at midnight or 1 a.m. Get back to my hotel. So I'm trying to figure that out. Like, how do I actually get back home? How do I do this? And luckily, I get to sponge off somebody's hotspot while just like waiting around to like for relief. So I sponge off, and that's how I get my map. And at the time, I'm told the metro's still open. So I go to the metro, and I'm like, okay, everything seems to be closed. I think I might have missed like the last one specifically. Like, I think I literally see it leave. Like, ah. Then I'm like, I asked security or whatever. Hi, how do I get to this area? Is the metro open? Is the metro what? Like, no, it's just closed. It's just closed. I'm like, are you fucking serious, dude? I just missed the last one. That's so annoying. Whatever. I asked them how to get to my hotel, which is like fucking by the airport. So, you know, it's not that hard of a place to narrow down. And they literally like are like pulling up Google Maps, and like they're not exactly Google Maps user. They're not really like me. I'm not gonna say I'm tech savvy, definitely not. But I'm kind of not. I'm a bit more experienced than most people with Google Maps. With just like what routes and whatever, and like maybe not more advanced. Maybe just I'm more particular in a certain way I use it. Maybe it's just that like there's more of like I have a certain way of how I use Google Maps than other people. So I'm just like, they're kind of showing me, but I'm like, I need to take a screenshot. I need to like zoom in and stuff, but it's like I'm on their phone, so I'm not gonna touch their phone, right? It's security. There's a bunch of like homeless people, drug addicts around. Like, I don't wanna give them the wrong vibe about that. So luckily, the metro station was also a bus station. Like right next to it was a bus station, so I can just walk over there, get my thing, and like get up on the bus. And I do that, you know, eventually I move on, I take his photo, blah, blah, whatever. And then after that, I have to, like, walk a certain distance, and it's like, how do I know where it is? Like, how do I know where I am? Because I think if I load up Google Maps, it'll show me my location, but it won't show, like, I can't look up anything. I can't look up this station, I can't look up that. So I kind of just have to go, like, based on the photo and where my current live location is. That's what I have to do. It's outrageous, but that's what I have to do. So I do that, and then I have to just hope like the bus actually shows up. Like that's all I can do. I can't look it up. I can't do anything. I just have to hope it like shows up, and there's no return to bus either. So I'm just kind of like raw dogging a 2.5 hour bus ride, maybe more than that, just because I have to also raw dog the walk to the bus stop, back to my hotel. So it was some fun experience. The night bus is also like I wouldn't say drug addicts. Like there's still a lot of normal people on there. There's a lot of normal people. It's also like some are drug addicts, some are like homeless people. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. It's just more like not something you really want to do when you're tired and you want to go back home and you're like, I should have made it. I should spend just a little bit more money just to get a better hotel. That's what I should have done. That would cost me a lot more, just more than a little, but it would have cost me a lot more than just doing what I did. But you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. That's what I did. I think by the time I got back, it was like, I think it was pouring rain, which is, a lot of fun. It was pouring rain. And there was like, I pulled up to like, there's two other people on my night bus that also was staying at the hotel I was staying at. I was like, oh, that's cool, kind of, not really. I mean, I'm not really paying attention to them. I didn't talk to them at all. I'm not, what do I look like, an extrovert? Fuck that. But we pulled up to the hotel at literally the same time because the bus stop's like, I think, less than a block away from our bus stop. We walked there, and I think that the doors are closed. The doors are closed, and so they have to get somebody from inside to like actually open up. And I think we got lucky on this one because they don't have a 24-hour reception. They don't have that. Like I went the next day, and there was no one there in the reception. So we got really lucky by opening. They got to open the door because it was like locked. Like it wasn't opening. It's an automatic door. It wasn't opening. We got really lucky there. We got really lucky by just someone being there and opening the door for us. Because it was pouring. Like, it was literally pouring outside. I'm cool as shit. They're cool as shit. We're just pulling up to the hotel. And luckily there's someone there to open the door. Because, like, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? It would have been crazy. Is that an alpha or what? What is that? It is not. It is an alpha. But yeah, that was my story getting back. So we had the guy giving us weed, we had the guy putting his stuff in our head, and then after that, we have the whole bus story about me like literally not being able to find out where I'm going. Boomers might say, "Oh, this high when you literally use a map or whatever," but learning to use a map is not the same thing as learning when the buses are coming. I have no idea when the bus is coming. I'm not walking all the way there. London's huge. It'll probably take me over like 12 hours to walk that distance. It's crazy. It's crazy. So that's kind of how my night went. Doing that. The next day, I think I get back to my hotel like 4 a.m. or something like that. I think I get like 3:30 or something. I go to bed like 4:30 maybe 4. And next thing in the morning, catch this, in the morning, a fire drill gets pulled. Not even a fire alarm. Like the fire alarm was wrong, but like there's no fire. There's no fire. It is just a fire drill. I think I slept through like a bit of the fire alarm, because like it's part of my dream, kind of like I can hear it in my dream, like I see it in my dream. It's taking effect on my dream, and then like after a little bit, I was like, well, that's when I'm like, fuck. So I'm like dragging myself out of bed. I'm like grabbing my important stuff, like my passport, my whatever, my phone, my charger, stuff I need, my headphones. So I walk out, all this and that, tired, about to like die of exhaustion, just because like I can't handle the fucking being woken up with this loud ass noise after like 4 hours of sleep. I can't handle it. No, it's not me. I can't handle it. So then after that, what do we have? After that, I get outside, like just like get outside, they're like, oh, you guys can go back inside. And I'm like, I should just stay in my fucking room. Oh my god. Like as soon as I get outside, they're like, yeah, you can come back in. And I'm like, oh my fucking god, dude. I should just stay in my room and let's like, I don't know, just hit under my bed sheet or some shit. Like, put my headphones on. I should have done anything but fucking go outside. Because I didn't put socks on. Like, it's a fire drill. Like, I got a fire alarm. I have to get out. There's a fire. So I put my shoes on without even put socks on. That's how bad it was. Not bad, but like, that's how I'm like, I can't like waste time putting socks on. I can't do that. And yeah, it's like, oh, you're outside now? Okay, you come back. And like, fuck me, dude. Fuck off. Like, actually, fuck off. Fuck off. So it takes me like a little while to go back to sleep. 4 hours of sleep. It takes me a while to go back to sleep. I'm tired, but it's still like, the hotel didn't have the great curtains, so I guess still a lot of light coming to my room. So it's still a bit hard to go back to sleep. Then I wake up, I think like 12 or 1, and yeah, that's when I woke up, 12 or 1 or so. And so I'm like, okay, well, I made some friends at the concert. Let me go back there. You say hello. Because they had a show the next day as well. They also had a show the next day. So I'm gonna go back. But as soon as I go outside, the bus, I guess you just skipped the stop. It was out by my hotel. Like it happened a few times. They just skipped the stop. I'm like, okay, well, I don't really have a quick way to get to the metro from this place without a bus. Don't really have a quick way, so I just kind of have to wait, and hopefully a bus does show up eventually. It was really annoying. Eventually, what I did was I just went back to the airport. Because the hotel was by the airport. So I just went to the airport, and from there, there's a metro that goes to where I need to go. It's the same line. It just goes to the airport. I think it's the Elizabeth line where I was at. And that's what I did. And it's more expensive. I think it's more expensive. I'm not too sure. Traveling from the airport, I think it is. But either way. It is just so annoying. The public transport is good and bad. It's great and bad. Because like a night bus is like, yeah. The night bus, actually work, like, a night bus, like, being a thing is just great. Because where I live right now, there's no night bus. So it's like, after 10 p.m., if you haven't got a bus, you're homeless for the night. You're homeless, buddy. You're just homeless. So, it's like, it's good. The night bus being good. The Elizabeth line is great. I like it a lot. It's good and bad. It's just good and bad. It's, like, it's great, and it's also fucking awful at times. Like, what the fuck, London? What the fuck? Are we serious right now? Like, are we serious, London? Come on. Let's do better. Let's not make it bad and good. Let's make it, we can even out, Don't make it amazing. Like, can tune down amazingness, but you can also, like, tune up the fucking garbage of it, Like, just make it average. Just make it average and there's no problem. But no, it's great and also fucking awful. So, yeah, I go back the next day. I get there, like, around 4 p.m. So, like, I woke up at 1 or 2. I mean, 12 or 1. Sorry. 12 or 1. There we go. 12 or 1. And then I just kind of like chill out around the area. I help people out. They're like, oh, we can't take this inside the concert, so I just take it back to the hotel's room. They give me their key. Very trusting, by the way. But I'm not gonna do anything fucking weird, you know. What am I, weirdo? Like, no. I just kind of drop the stuff off and leave. That's just all I do. And so that's just kind of my day. And then at night, like when they all go in, I'm like, okay, well, let me just go chill by a bar, wait around. Like, you know, I'm sure we want to hang out afterwards. You know, that's what everybody said last night. So I'm just gonna do that. You know, I'm just gonna wait here. I really have nothing better to do. If I go back now, it's gonna take me like an hour back. It's like I might as well not go back at all. Because it's just be like the whole concert gonna be my travel distance. I guess I could just chill on the metro and just like gone back and forth. I guess I could have done that. We got free internet on there, so well, free internet for me because it's like I paid for my data plan. It only worked on Elizabeth line. It only worked on the Elizabeth line because this Elizabeth line has like a internet connection which allows you to pretty much use your data in the underground. It's what it does. And for some reason, my data doesn't work anywhere else but on that line because, like, I don't know, like, it just doesn't work. I'm not from England, so obviously my data is Spanish. But it just didn't work outside of that. It just didn't work. So I'm just using that. It's like, oh, okay, well, I'll just do that. I could have done that, but no. What I did was I went to the fucking Apple store. So I was like, I'm bored of shit. My phone's gonna die pretty soon, so like, you know what? I might as well try and go make some conversation. A second. Did we get it right? Sir, yes, sir. So, what happened was, I'm like, okay, let me go try and be social a little bit. You know, I want to be a little social. Like, I just felt like I had a pint, and after I'm like, you know what? I'm not really a social guy, but let me just do it. So I go up to the guy. I'm like, you know what? Do you know what time this show will end? Even though I was fucking there yesterday. I was there the day before, and I was like, you know what time this show will end? Because like I have some friends here that like I'm supposed to hang out with them afterwards, but my phone's gonna die. Like it'd be kind of cool if I knew what time it ended, right? So I started talking to this guy, and he's like, oh, I think like about 2 hours from now. I fucking know that. You know, I was here yesterday. And I'm like, oh, do you know anywhere I could like charge my phone here? Like, it's gonna die soon, but like I'm supposed to be with friends. Like, oh, you can go to the mall. The mall will have places you can charge your phone in. So I'm like, okay, that's a pretty good idea. You know, let me go. I was gonna buy a charger and like go to fucking McDonald's or some shit, like charge it there. But no, the guy's a bit of a genius for giving me the idea. So I go to the mall. Blah blah blah. I go to the mall. And I'm looking for these places that he says to charge it, and I find a security guard. He's like, hey, I'm like, hey, do you know where I can find this thing? Like, I need to charge my phone. He's like, why the fuck would I know that? What? Like he literally looks at me like I'm stupid. I'm like, bro, what? Like, you work here. Like, why would you not know this? Like, you're a security guard. Like, did you just start a job? Like, I didn't say that, but like, the only reason why you wouldn't know is if you start a job. But he's just looking at me like I'm stupid. Like, I'm like, bro, what? You work here, like, why wouldn't you know this? And the thing was, like, I waited to talk to them, so there was 2 girls before me who were just talking and asking for direction, and he was so nice and courteous, and he was, like, super nice, and I was like, oh, okay, I can talk to this guy, like, you know, it's pretty simple. He's not gonna be a pain in the ass. And so I talked to him, he's like, just such an asshole. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, are you serious right now? Are you serious? Like, why are you being such an ass? So anyway, I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna ignore whatever you said because I'm just gonna move on. Like, you're clearly not useful. I mean, I obviously don't just leave the conversation. You know, I just wait for him to finish talking, just keep moving. And I'm just looking for this stuff. I'm looking for this stuff outside the mall. This mall, I get lost in like a few times. Like when I drop the stuff, I got lost in it. Trying to find the chargers, I get lost in it. Eventually, I see an Apple store though. I see an Apple store. I'm like, an Apple store. They probably have spaces you can like actually charge your phone. They probably have that stuff. So what I do is I go in, and I'm like just walking around. I'm like, oh, you know, even if I'm not gonna find a charger, I'm kind of just like wasting time. Like I'm just damn. That's my whole point. I'm just wasting time. And I see a guy like who's like charging his phone like on this like by the side of the Apple store. So, like, you know, it's like a big rectangle, like kind of like a big rectangle. That was more a circle, but like, you know, rectangle. And like by the sides, like you would have like phones and all this and that. And I see a guy charging his phone there, and like one of the non-contact chargers. I'm like, oh, let me go next to him and do the same thing and do that. Cause well, if I can't find a charger to I pay for, This is even better because like I'm at the Apple store, pretending to look at a phone, I get to charge my phone for free. So we do that for like I don't know, like an hour and a half or so. Like I do it for quite a while. I definitely do it for quite a while. I think I'll go back about when I expect the concert to end, and I think I just like chill around there. That's kind of what I do. I just chill around the area. I do also just have a hard time like, escaping the mall. The mall was just like crazy place. Like once I'm done with the Apple store, I'm just like trying to find my way out of there. I'm just trying to find my way out of there. I'm like, god damn, dude, where the fuck is the exit? Like I walk towards like I just keep walking a straight line. I'm like, okay, well, surely there's like a door here somewhere. No, it's just a dead end. It's just dead end. Even like the first floor, second floor, third floor, all dead ends. So I was like, for fuck's sake. So I just have to walk around, just trying to actually find my way out of there. Eventually, I do find my way out of there. I do find my way out of there. But, fuck me, dude. Fuck me. That shit was horrible. Anyways, then after that, what happens? What happens? Then after that, I can't remember if I took it, if I went for a drink before they got out of the concert, or if I just, if I was waiting for them outside the concert. That might have been what I done. I might have just waited for them outside the concert, just chilling, do this and that. I think that's what I did. I think I waited for them. I doubt I definitely did, but I went for a drink first. But anyways, we go get a drink. Whatever. We get a drink. We're doing it, whatever. And then another guy from the band comes out again, but it's a different guy this time. But I don't want to go up to him because I'm like, I don't. Woo! Finally, haha! Shiny Vaporeon. God damn. God damn, dude. Fuck me. Fuck me. Finally. But yeah, we find a guy from the band, and we like everybody else but me goes and asks for a picture. Everybody goes and asks for a picture but me. I'm like, I'm not too familiar with you, but so I'm not gonna bother you. I'm also a bit lazy. I'm tired. I don't want to do that. Let's go. Let's go. Shiny Vaporeon. That's a nice one as well. Vaporeon is a nice one. We'll take that. We'll take that. We'll take that. Let's fucking go. Let's go. But yeah, that's pretty much what happened. We saw the band member. I can continue the story, but we saw a band member. They took a picture. I was stayed like sit at my seat, you know, stayed at our table. You know, everyone left their purse, their bags, whatever, at the table, their drinks. So I was like, okay, I'll just look over the drinks. No big deal. No big deal. They see it, and then after that is when after everybody gets their drinks, the main guy, like the singer, whatever, comes out. He's like, yeah, I don't want to see anybody. I don't want to see anybody. Like he just walks by. He's like, nope, sorry, nope. He just wants to go to the after party. He just wants to go to the party. He wants to party. That's pretty much what he wants to do. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it, to be honest. Nothing wrong with it. But that's what happened. I'll get into another story. I'll get into that another time. Then after that, it's back to another 2.5 hour journey back to my hotel. 2.5 hour bus journey back to my hotel. That's what happens. It's not fun, but that's how it went. That's how it went. I will continue the story another time if people want to hear it. If they want to hear it, I'll continue it. I'll continue it. But we found our shiny. We found our shiny. Any shiny over here? No. Shiny Froakie, no. No. Anything over here? Over here? No. Wow, that's gonna be end. That's gonna be the end. Yeah, that's gonna be the end. Yeah. Peace, y'all. Peace.